Hey there, outdoor adventurers. Welcome back to my channel, your ultimate guide to exploring the great outdoors safely and responsibly. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the world of wildlife encounters and how to navigate them with confidence and respect. Now, before we get started, I want to mention that this video is actually based on a comprehensive blog post I have on my website. If you prefer reading to watching, or if you want to reference this information later, be sure to check out the link in the description below. Alright, let's jump right into it. The first thing we need to talk about when it comes to wildlife encounters is understanding animal behavior. When you're out in nature, you're stepping into the homes of countless wild creatures, and it's essential to be able to read their body language and signals. This will help you determine whether an encounter is safe or if there's potential for danger. I remember one time when I was hiking through a dense forest, and I suddenly spotted a baby bear just a few feet away. It was an incredible moment, but I knew I had to stay calm and aware of my surroundings, especially since the mama bear was likely nearby. The key is to avoid startling the animals and to give them plenty of space. Now, let's talk about some specific animals you should be cautious around due to their potential for aggression or danger. First up, bears. Whether you're dealing with black bears or grizzlies, it's crucial to know how to respond in case of an encounter. With black bears, you want to make yourself appear large and intimidating by standing tall and spreading your arms. Make noise and stand your ground. However, with grizzlies, you should avoid direct eye contact and slowly back away while speaking in a calm, firm voice. If a bear does approach, use your bear spray as a last resort. Next, let's discuss mountain lions, also known as cougars. These majestic cats are incredibly powerful and can be very stealthy. If you encounter one, do not run, as this may trigger their predatory instincts. Instead, make yourself appear as large as possible by raising your arms and opening your jacket. Maintain eye contact and speak firmly while slowly backing away. If the cougar does become aggressive, fight back with everything you have. Wolves and coyotes are other animals you might come across in the wild. While they generally avoid humans, it's still important to know what to do if you encounter them. Similar to mountain lions, you should never run away from a wolf or coyote, as this can trigger their chase response. Instead, stand your ground, make yourself appear large, and make loud noises to scare them off. If you're with a group, stick close together and act as a united front.
Now, if you're lucky enough to spot a moose in the wild, it's important to remember that these massive animals can be unpredictable, especially during mating season. If a moose feels threatened, it may charge, and believe me, you do not want to be on the receiving end of those powerful hooves. Your best bet is to find a large object, like a tree or boulder, to put between you and the moose. Slowly back away and give the animal plenty of space to move on. In addition to aggressive animals, there are also some critters you should avoid due to potential health risks. Skunks, raccoons, bats, foxes, rats, and mice can all carry diseases like rabies and hantavirus. To minimize the risk of exposure, maintain a safe distance and take steps to prevent these animals from being attracted to your campsite or home. Keep your food and trash properly stored and dispose of waste in designated areas. Venomous and poisonous animals are another category to be mindful of when exploring the outdoors. Snakes like rattlesnakes, copperheads, and cottonmouths can deliver painful and potentially life-threatening bites. If you're in an area where these snakes are common, be sure to watch your step and avoid reaching into places where they might be hiding, such as rock crevices or dense brush. If you do get bitten, seek medical attention immediately and try to remember the appearance of the snake to help with treatment. Spiders, particularly black widows and brown recluses, are also worth being cautious around. These arachnids can pack a powerful venomous punch, and their bites can cause severe pain and even tissue damage. If you suspect you've been bitten by one of these spiders, clean the area thoroughly and monitor for symptoms like intense pain, swelling, or fever. If symptoms persist or worsen, seek medical care. Scorpions and stinging insects like bees, wasps, and hornets are other venomous creatures you might encounter in the great outdoors. To minimize the risk of being stung, wear protective clothing such as long sleeves and pants, and be aware of your surroundings. Avoid disturbing hives or nests, and if you do find yourself in the midst of a swarm, stay calm and move away slowly. If you're allergic to insect stings, always carry an epinephrine auto-injector and wear a medical alert bracelet. Large herbivores, like elk and deer, may seem harmless, but they can be unpredictable, especially during mating season. Elk, in particular, can become quite aggressive during the rut, and their massive antlers and powerful bodies can cause serious injury. If you encounter elk or deer, give them plenty of space and avoid getting between males and females or mothers and their young. If you're in a national park or protected area, be sure to follow the guidelines for safe wildlife viewing, such as maintaining a distance of at least 75 feet.
Other animals, like porcupines and wild boars, should also be observed from a distance. Porcupines may seem cute and harmless, but their quills can cause painful injuries if they feel threatened. If you or your pet do end up with quills embedded in the skin, it's best to seek professional help for removal to avoid further damage. Wild boars, on the other hand, can be incredibly aggressive when they feel cornered or threatened. These powerful animals can charge at surprising speeds and cause serious injury with their sharp tusks. If you encounter a wild boar, slowly back away and try to find an escape route or a safe, elevated position. Now that we've covered some specific animals to be aware of, let's go over some general wildlife safety tips to help you avoid and prevent conflicts. First and foremost, when you're out on the trails, make your presence known by talking, singing, or making noise, especially in areas with low visibility. This will help avoid startling animals and give them a chance to move away. It's also essential to properly store your food and dispose of trash to avoid attracting wildlife to your campsite. Use bear-proof containers when available and never leave food or scented items in your tent. Speaking of campsites, it's crucial to keep them clean and free of debris that might attract animals. Don't leave dirty dishes or food scraps lying around, and be sure to dispose of wastewater and human waste properly. When hiking or camping in bear country, it's also a good idea to carry bear spray and know how to use it in case of an encounter. It's also important to remember that wildlife encounters can happen anywhere, not just in remote wilderness areas. Even in urban or suburban settings, you might come across animals like raccoons, skunks, or even coyotes. To minimize the risk of negative encounters, keep your distance and never feed wild animals, no matter how cute or harmless they may seem. Feeding wildlife can lead to habituation, which can put both animals and humans at risk. Finally, let's talk about the importance of protecting wildlife and their habitats. As outdoor enthusiasts, we have a responsibility to practice ethical wildlife interaction and support conservation efforts. This means observing animals from a distance, not interfering with their natural behaviors, and leaving no trace when we venture into their homes. By making eco-friendly choices, such as using reusable containers and properly disposing of waste, we can help minimize our impact on the environment. We can also support organizations dedicated to protecting wildlife and their habitats, such as the World Wildlife Fund, the National Wildlife Federation, and local conservation groups. By volunteering our time or donating funds, we can help ensure that these incredible creatures and the wild spaces they call home are preserved for generations to come. In conclusion, navigating wildlife encounters safely is all about understanding animal behavior, knowing how to respond in different situations, and practicing responsible outdoor ethics. By following the tips and guidelines we've discussed in this video, you'll be well equipped to explore the great outdoors with confidence and respect for the amazing creatures we share this planet with. Remember, the key is to give animals their space, avoid startling them, and never feed or approach wild animals, no matter how tempting it may be. If you do find yourself in a potentially dangerous situation, stay calm, assess your options, and prioritize your safety and the safety of those around you. I hope this video has been informative and inspiring, and I encourage you to get out there and experience the wonders of nature responsibly. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about outdoor safety and adventure, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the My Day Style channel. Don't forget to check out the full blog post linked in the description for even more detailed information and resources. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, happy trails and safe wildlife encounters.